Good evening and welcome to the Peace Circle. This is Gina. I'm a practitioner from Rhode Island, and I am also a ministerial student, my senior year at the Holmes Institute, and a life coach. So I am here today to be the change I wish to see in the world. That's what we do here at the Peace Circle. We show up to be that change, to be the peace catalyst in the world we wish to see. It doesn't just change on its own. We are the change makers. And I realized long ago that I truly choose peace. I grew up most of my life in inner city Boston, not knowing what that meant, not knowing what peace really was. It was more of a sound bite, or a world peace sounded like, yes, who wouldn't want that? Than it was something that I really thought I could attain, something that was really something within me. Never crossed my mind. So we come together on Monday nights to come into alignment with the truth of who and whose I really am. Each one of us is that individualized expression of light, and knowing that allows us to be that peace which we already are. So I invite you today on this fun topic. Okay, tonight is going to be a playful pause. So how do we find peace when we're stressed? So it's changing our thinking to change our lives and coming into alignment so that I am that channel of peace that I wish to be in the world. So I always begin the Peace Circle with my poem, I Too Have a Dream, which very much describes what the Peace Circle is all about. In my dream, too, we all are equal, and our color, religion, or income defines who we are. Neither country nor region defines us as kin. Whether two-leg or four, plant or animal, we were all created of the one Creator with no greater claim to borrow this beautiful earth. In my dream, we all are one, treating each other with love and respect, and living in peace. We are all truly awake, knowing our purpose to share love and joy and to uplift each other, and in doing so, uplift ourselves. In my dream, we each remember and appreciate each other and truly understand that all is well. So taking in a breath and knowing that all is well, what does that look like? What does that feel like on any given day? Sometimes it feels well. Sometimes we can wake up and feel like we've had that great night's sleep and we are ready for whatever it is comes next, ready for this day. And then other times we feel like this. Unfortunately, how often does it take feeling like this flat out on our back before we really come into alignment that, yes, I deserve a break? See, we're meant to have fun. Life is supposed to be joyful. It is supposed to be a joyful experience, a joyful journey. And it's about coming into the knowing that, yes, I deserve to be happy. I deserve it, and I make it an important priority in my life to co-create the life that I choose. Taking time to pause and to play. And it looks different for different people. But it's so important to remember that we came into this world knowing how to play. Children know how to play. Animals always play. So how is it that we lost our way? I love this. The word silly is ultimately derived from the archaic Old English word. So originally it meant blessed or fortunate. Or in German, it meant happy and blissful, extremely overjoyed. So the word silly, which here people will say, oh, that's silly, as if you're not supposed to do that, meant extremely overjoyed and blissful. Isn't that how we would choose to live our lives? Why is that just for children? At what point did we lose our way and become too serious? That's when the stress kicks in. That's when we get to that place of overwhelmment. I love this quote by Michelle Obama. She said, if you do not take control over your time and your life, other people will gobble it up. If you don't prioritize yourself, you constantly start falling lower and lower on your list. So it's so important that we make playtime, that time that is just for us. What is it that you enjoy? And it is so important in that we are kind and loving to ourselves. It's not that we're so exhausted that we can't do anymore. It's that we know in this moment, I am meant to be joyful. I am meant to be peaceful. I am meant to be what Spirit calls me to be, not necessarily do. So in that sense of peace, I invite you to be gentle with yourself and take it all in, and really being in that place of allowing these words to wash over you gently, lovingly, and allowing Spirit in.
I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. And I will only go as fast the slowest part of me feels safe to go. Now I know I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I rock myself like a newborn baby child. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I love myself like a newborn baby child.
And as always, I wanted to remind you that we are live, and I would love to hear from you. So any comments I would love to hear. Please just put them right in the chat. Any questions, any suggestions, any way that what is your play? What is it that you have fun and enjoy? So many rush into the day and rush into life. And it's we forget that we are human beings having a human experience. We are spiritual beings. We are meant to be living life from and as our spirit directs. Children they're guided by that until we teach them not to be. It's so important to be playful and not take things so heavy. Earlier this week, there were a few things going on. I sat down and I wrote this poem, and I'd love to share it with you. It's blessed and stressed. Yes, it's possible to be both. There's so much good in my life, yet today, nothing seems to be going right. They say attachment to my way is what causes my pain, yet I'm uncertain how to let it melt away. I am blessed yet sad, have enough, yet it seems things constantly come up. I'm strong yet feel weak, especially after this week. Lord, I know you are my power and source, yet in this moment, I cannot feel your life force. So I pause and pray, knowing I've had enough of this day. In the silence, I breathe in your life, listening for divine wisdom that is never found through might. In this moment, I begin to feel release, a sigh, a tear, anything it takes to release fear. I surrender the facade of every day, and I am held in the loving embrace of God's space. Right here and right now, it's okay to feel small. I need not pretend nor defend. I just take some deep breaths to let spirit in. For in the stillness, my mind rests, and I begin to feel less stressed. Spirit dissipates anxiety and fear, and in its place, comfort and answers appear. I release trying to figure anything out, and before long I am blessed to remember what life is really about. No amount of money, person, or place need ever take God's divine space. Through my faith I am relieved, and in this moment I again believe. Trust and rely on God is always the answer. For once again, my pause, prayer, and power has set me free. So in that freedom, the question is, what do you choose? What is your choice? What do you choose? See, people that are playful and enjoy life, and there's many different definitions to that, but it's being childlike in the sense of having fun. It's not worrying about anything or anyone. Somewhere along the line, we got the false beliefs that unless we're being productive, then we're not worthy. We need to be working on something, accomplishing things, or we're not worthy. Somewhere along the way, they told us hard work was a necessity. If you were going to be, successful in life, you had to work hard, and that was what mattered. Grow up. Those things don't serve you anymore. As a child, you were told it's time to grow up. Can't do that anymore. And the truth is that the people that make sure that they make time for play and joy and have fun live longer. They live better lives. They're present in the now. They hold better relationships. They're healthier and live longer. I have my Uncle Jackie. He always had a smile on his face. And he talked about his blessings, and he had strong faith, but he was absolutely consciously attracting and creating the life he chose. He paid attention to what it is he wanted. And in that joyful existence, in that playful existence, he lived to 95 and enjoyed every day of it. Right up until COVID, he was still going into casinos, and he ended up transitioning during COVID. And I truly, it is because he couldn't be out there in the world. I think he just gave up at that point because he loved to be out there and having fun in life. We get a choice. We are more productive when we make the time to do the things that bring us joy. It doesn't, of course, there needs to be a balance, but we get an opportunity to learn from children in amazing ways. And on that note, I'd love to play you a song that I absolutely love and learn from them. We can learn from them.
May I be happy, may I be well, may I be safe and sound. May I be peaceful, may I be at ease, with love in my heart and all around. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be safe and sound. May you be peaceful, may you be at ease, with love in your heart and all around. Well, you can sing your love, and you can dance your love, and you can play your love today, my love. And you can laugh your love, and you can cry your love, and you can walk your love, and you can fly your love all around. Yeah. Here we go. May I be happy, may I be well, may I be safe and sound. May I be peaceful, may I be at ease, with love in my heart and all around. Send it to someone else. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be safe and sound. May you be peaceful, may you be at ease, with love in your heart and all around. You can sit with your love, and you can breathe with your love, and you can listen to your love. It's in your heart, my love. And you can share your love, and you can shine your love, and you can be your love, and you can spread your love be peaceful, may we be at ease, with love in our hearts and all around us. One more time. May we be happy, may we be well, may we be safe and sound. May we be peaceful, may we be at ease, with love in our hearts and all around. Big circles of love. Okay, get ready, we're gonna send it out. Here goes. Some is raining back down.
Absolutely enjoying life. You saw them and their playfulness, and that's what it's about, being in that place of getting ourselves up and moving and excited in life. I have a reading that's on playful. It's from Daily Word, July 18th, 2020. I bring a playful spirit to my day. I have the power to determine how I see the world and the attitude I bring to my life. I decide to bring a joyously playful energy to my life and my relationships. I may share a funny joke or story or even a quick laugh with someone I meet. The act of play is an essential aspect of my life. I'm going to just read that sentence again. The act of play is an essential aspect to my life. Just as I bring my skills and energy to work, the work that I do and the responsibilities I must meet, so too I engage in my playful nature with enthusiasm and joy. Play feeds my body, spirit, and soul. Again, play feeds my body, spirit, and soul. I feel light and happy when I make time to do the things that spark my creativity, challenge my mind, and exercise my body. My playful nature blesses me at every level of my being. And we are human beings, not human doings. We are meant to be in that space and cultivate that space of playfulness. You know, we often hear about the inner child. Well, that child is within us. Now, there were a lot of us that didn't necessarily have the childhood that we would have created for ourselves. Many people did not have loving parents or didn't have parents that didn't know how to be any other way than they were. And they took life very seriously, and they taught us to take life very seriously. And it's not that there's not serious circumstances and situations that we must be paying attention to in life, but that's not all there is. You know, that term easy does it is not heavy does it. It's easy does it, letting it go. You know, one of the things that I know is that when we pray our affirmative prayers, we are claiming what we choose from the universe. And then we set it off and we set it free, knowing that the law brings it back to us, letting spirit be the doer. So in other words, when we go into a restaurant, we go there because someone else is going to cook for us. How great is that? We don't go in the kitchen and help them cook it. We don't go in the kitchen once we've given our order to our waiter or waitress. We don't say, here, I'm going to take it in for you and watch them while they make it. We simply place the order and we sit back and we wait, knowing that it'll come out perfect. That's our expectation, is that what's going to come out is what we ordered. And that's what we do when it comes to treatment and prayer. Our affirmative prayer is that, placing that, knowing who and whose we are, and allowing spirit to take that. So when I am stressed, it's because I'm trying to force something myself. And oftentimes too, you know, we get caught up in the outer world and the outer stuff, and we end up buying things. But sometimes that outer is because we're trying to fill that inner. There's so many ways that we can have fun. It looks different for different people. I mean, I think one of the best things is a funny movie. YouTube has all those funny snippets. I watched one today on animals. That was hilarious. That they do the most bizarre things. Kids too. You can watch some of those as well. There's so much out there to make us laugh. And that invigorates and opens up. That's what makes life worth living. It's supposed to be joyful. We are here and we choose peace. But when we're weighing down with all the problems or seeming problems and worries, many of which have never happened and may never occur, but yet we're sitting there focused on, and what we think about, we bring about, we create this cycle of but I don't want that, but I don't want that. And it's what I'm putting my attention on, and it ends up being what comes to me. I have a quote here that I'd like to share for you. This is from Abraham and Esther Hicks. It says, many people focus upon unwanted things with no deliberate attention to the emotional guidance within them. And then they try to compensate for their lackful thinking with a physical action. And because of the misalignment of energy, they do not get the results from their actions. So then they try harder by offering more action, but still things do not improve. Like the air you breathe, abundance in all things is available to you. Your life will simply be as good as you allow it to be. Now that may make some people upset. I've known people that said, how can you say that to me? I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. And they're trying to force the good. But it's from a place of lack and fear. When I force it in the sense of I have to, I'm still from that place of lack, so lack shows up. When I allow, I love the term, let it be easy. What if it was easy? What if it was easy to simply attract what it is that I choose? What if I truly knew my birthright, knowing it's mine, knowing that the order is placed and that Spirit's got this? What if just for today, I let God be God? And I don't try to force my way to and through everything. I loved this quote. This Timothy Egan is a columnist for the New York Times, and he asked Pope Francis what was his secret to happiness. And he said, slow down, take time off, live and let live. Don't proselytize. Work for peace. Work at a job that offers basic human dignity. Don't hold on to negative feelings. Move calmly through life. Enjoy art, books, and playfulness. And I thought that was wonderful. What a wonderful message that is. It's not supposed to be so hard. It's not heavy, does it? And it doesn't mean that we don't have difficult circumstances, but we are here to help each other through it. And there's so many people and situations, there's so much good that we can allow. How many times in life have you been trying to figure something out or trying to remember someone's name, and you were trying, and the more you were focusing on it, the more it just escaped you. And then you went and did something else, and suddenly the answer just popped into your mind. Suddenly you were inspired. Well, that's what happens to people. When our happiness increases, we are more creative. There is inspiration. We are putting that space for inspiration. Artists and musicians, dancers, all the different arts will often say they need to be inspired. Many times you watch a show and they'll say, well, you're going through the movements, but I don't feel it. Are you going through the movements of life, or are you experiencing the joy and the passion to allow the good to come together for you. It is so important that we make time. There is still an inner child right there, and it needs you to care for it. Are you having fun? And fun looks different ways for different people. I don't care. Maybe you like bowling. Maybe you love art. And I don't mean you need to be an actual artist that's creating masterpieces. Maybe you are. But maybe you just like to, I don't care if it's, with a 2-year-old just sitting there and finger painting. You're going to have fun. One of my favorite things is blowing bubbles at the ocean. First of all, the ocean's one of my favorite things anyway. So to be there and blow bubbles, it's so beautiful. And no, I don't take children with me. It's just me doing it. And you know what? It's beautiful and it's fun. And it costs $1. So what is it that you do for yourself? I am creative, and I make jewelry, and I love all the shiny beads, and I don't even know where they're going. I have a ton of them that eventually I'll do something with. I give them away a lot of the time. But the point is that I enjoy it. It uses a part of my brain that nothing else does, and that is fulfilling. What is it that you're doing? I don't care if it's crossword puzzles or movies. Where in your life have you stopped yourself from experiencing the full expression of spirit through you in play? When you were a kid, did you play baseball or softball? Maybe you played soccer. Maybe you golf. Is it fun, or are you trying to beat a score? Are you allowing yourself to just enjoy it? To play the game? Life doesn't have to be about winning and losing in every turn. We're winning. We're still here. We're taking breath. We get choice. You have an imagination that no one else has influence over unless you allow them to. So what are you doing in your life to make sure that you are the one that is in control of that? Louise Hay says in her book, Heart Thoughts, be good to yourself by enjoying yourself every day and in every way. Feel free to let loose and have fun. Be that big kid. Then she goes on to say, I can create fun in my life. You are a grown-up now. You can do anything you want to do whenever you want to do it. Do what pleases you. When you do, wonderful things occur. It is a way of being nurturing to yourself. It is a way of being nurturing to yourself. And as you do so, you'll find more fun in your world. You are allowed to have more fun. The more fun you have, the more other people love you. You love and approve of who you are, and you feel good about yourself. All is well in your fun-filled world. Nobody wants to be around someone who's always serious. Sometimes things happen. We're not always going to be happy. And unfortunately, we live in a society that we're always looking for that quick fix to take away that pain. Sometimes we're going to hurt, but we don't have to stay in it. Staying in the pain is where suffering is. It's a choice, whether it be conscious or unconscious, to stay stuck. So it's up to us to choose again. I get to be here. And there's no guilt in that. For me, my sister, actually, it's coming up on 14 years that she transitioned. And I miss her. I miss her more today than I did then. It is different days, different times. It's just different now. But I really do. I miss her all the time. But it taught me a lesson at a young age of how precious life is. I get to be here. And I get to not just accomplish, but live and be joyful. I get to play with my grandchildren. I get to wish her son a happy birthday today. And I did. in a joyful way. I get to sing to him. And I got to say today, I'm proud of you. That's a blessing. I didn't have tears in my eyes this time. Sometimes I do. But today I was joyful in it. I get to. Wherever you are, yes, it's okay, but you get to choose again. Go bowling, go play mini golf. Find a kid, but play cards, and don't be too serious about it. Not that I'm not a great winner or loser. I'm bad either way, but I have fun with it. I really enjoy the game, whatever that may be. There's an inner child within you that you are. Are you neglecting it, or are you embracing it? I love the carousel. We tried to go last week, but it was closed. So we'll go again. But I love the carousel. It brings me back. And it makes me feel like a kid again. What makes you feel like a kid again? So I encourage you to remember that spirit is right where you are. And spirit has given you this freedom, this absolute freedom to think and choose to do anything. Focus on whatever you choose. Spirit is right there, right now for you. Are you paying attention? Are you being a good tour guide? Life as you. Are you showing spirit a good time? Are you living that best life? Or what can you do to make it even better? So as you hear the words to this song, I invite you to think about that. The song is, Spirit is alive in us. So knowing that spirit is right where you are, what is the message? Allow yourself to just be inspired.
Shining bright through us right here. Spirit, you're the love in us, reaching out with every touch. Spirit, you're the voice in us, rising up beyond a hush. Yeah. We feel it, we feel it. Yeah. We see it. Believe it, it's spirit. Spirit, you're the breath in us, breathing all of us right here. Spirit, you're the grace in us, calming every fear right here. Spirit, you're the peace in us, spreading out across the world. Spirit, you're the power in us, flying like a flag unfurled. Shining bright through us right here. Spirit, you're the love in us, reaching out with every touch. Spirit, you're the voice in us, rising up beyond a hush. Yeah. We feel it, we feel it. Yeah.
So are you having fun? Are you making sure to keep that playtime in your life? Are you remembering that life is supposed to be joyful? It's who you are. It is divine attribute, just as peace, just as love, just as freedom. What do you choose? Do you choose to have a good day? Do you choose to have more fun in your life? You're invited to see joy and the creativity of spirit working in, as, and through you every day. But it does that. Play is the greatest guide for that. It is the greatest way to allow things through. When we keep pushing and pushing and pushing, a square peg does not go in a round hole. I swear my sister spent her whole life trying to do that and wondering why nothing was moving, nothing was changing. If nothing changes, nothing changes. It's that simple. So we get to choose how we go about everything that we do. It's about the manner in which we do it. Kindness brings us joy. Peace comes from a place of stillness, yes, but there's no burdens in peace. We can let off that steam. We can let go of that heavy does it atmosphere and mindset by just enjoying. Do things like game nights. Go out dancing. What are your hobbies? What did you love to do as a kid or as a teenager? And someone told you it was just a waste of time. When are you going to grow up? Don't grow up. Be a kid. They have a lot more fun. I'm sure you know people that are like that. And I'm not talking about being immature or irresponsible. So somewhere along the line, we're taught that giving to ourselves is selfish or self-centered. And it's not. It's not about buying all the things that we want. It's not about the outward stuff. It's about making time in our day to enjoy. What is it that you enjoy? Maybe you enjoy going to yoga. Whatever it is, that set up a vision board. Figure out what it is that you love. Go to the theater. What makes you come alive? I love live music. Concerts bring a smile to my face. I was talking about my first concert was Bon Jovi. And every time I go to one, and I've been to at least at this point, it's over 14, I think I've been to. And every time I go, I feel like a kid again. It brings back that feeling of being 13 and there for the first time. And I get a kick out of it. What does that for you? What brings joy into your life, makes you happy and playful? It doesn't have to be a huge thing. It doesn't have to be a new car. It doesn't have to be, a new job. It has to be a new attitude, a new mindset. It's the filter that we're looking through. I will often ask Spirit, fix my eyes. Fix my eyes that I may see the blessings over the seeming problems. Because whatever I'm looking at, it may not be mine to quote unquote fix. Sometimes things break apart so that they can come together perfectly. Everyone is different. What makes your heart soar? Maybe it's going to the mountains and seeing that beautiful view. For me, the ocean is just breathtaking. It makes my heart sing. I feel the vastness. I can feel spirit being there. Go to an amusement park. Go somewhere as a kid made you happy. And if you've got how to be happy, maybe you have a grandchild or a niece or a nephew that would love it. I can remember, even as a child, there was a woman that brought me a little toy. I don't know what it was, but she knew she was coming over the house that I was visiting at. I was staying with my aunt, and she brought me this little toy. And that probably cost her nothing, a few dollars, if that. But I was so happy. I didn't even know this person, and they brought me a toy. You want to make yourself happy? Bring something to a kid that doesn't expect it and see them light up. What can you do for you that makes you light up? That's what we're here to talk about, because when I am in that place of joy, peace comes. It is so much easier to be still and know and be inspired and be filled when my heart is filled and overflowing, when I am in that good space. And that is a practice. It doesn't just come once. Well, I went on vacation. I don't understand why. Well, if you're going on vacation to get away from the life of every day that is normally very extreme and you're not taking time in every day, that's where the answer is. It's not about taking that one vacation to escape life and come back to chaos again. It's about changing the chaos to calm and making that routine a little bit softer, a little more fun, taking that time to pause, not just in quiet meditation, but by doing something you'll enjoy. I love comic book movies. My husband actually was a comic book fan all of his life, and it rubbed off on me. We ended up owning a store, and I love the movies. I love all this stuff. I don't necessarily read comics, but I know a lot about them because I owned a store, and it was fun. It was fun. What is it that you do in your life to bring in fun? Spirit through you is experiencing life. If that's not a good enough reason to enjoy it, then I don't know what is. So the last song I'm going to play is I'm Saying Yes to Life by Eddie Watkins. And I invite you to really be in that place of letting go of anything that seems to be burdening and just letting spirit in. Say yes to life, to the things you enjoy. You deserve it. Come from that place within you, that knowing, that child within you that is knows exactly what to do. Say yes to life.
Well, I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 woo! Yes to life. Well, I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 woo! Yes to life. Of love within me is expressing itself right now. The spirit of joy within me is expressing itself right now. What are we gonna create today? The universe is ready to play. Yes, spirit surely will lead the way. Yes, if you just say yes. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. Yes, yes, yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 yes to life. I'm saying yes, 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 woo! Yes to life. I'm saying yes to life, yes right here, right now. Yeah, the spirit of life within me is expressing itself right now. The spirit of light within me is expressing itself right now. Whatsoever you conceive, if you believe it, you can achieve it. The universe will always agree. agree if you just say yes. I'm saying yes. Saying yes. I'm saying yes. Yes. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. Yes to life. I'm saying yes. Yes. Woo-hoo. Yes to life. Oh, I'm saying yes to life. Oh, let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say yes. Yes, I'm yes.
So are you saying yes to life? Are you remembering who and whose you are and allowing spirit to be in that joyful bliss of that constant transformation of the better and the bigger and the joyous and the free? Are we saying yes and enjoying this journey? So in knowing that, from that lighthearted space, I have more to offer everyone in my life. When I have a smile on my face and my heart is singing, I have more to bring to everyone I see, everyone I think about. And when we talk about peace, that's what it comes down to. How do we find our way there? How do we remain in it? And that's through joy, and that's through knowing what life is really about and allowing spirit to be that allness within me and to express that in joyful ways. So I am grateful to be here and know that peace and that wholeness in every aspect of life. Yes, there are a lot of things out there that are not playful. When we turn on the news, there's a lot of stuff that may not be the way we want it to be. But who I bring into the world is the energy that I bring into the world. Am I elevating it? So I ask you, are you elevating it? Are you in that joy-filled place? So I hope that this has helped with that, helped you bring you to a little bit more joyous space. I want to mention that I have a workshop this coming Saturday on August 14th. It's at 10 a.m. and it's actually in Warwick, Rhode Island. So if you are available and you are around and somewhat in the Rhode Island area, you can reach out to me if you would like. Know that I am always here for any questions, any comments. I am a licensed life coach and practitioner, as well as a ministerial student in my senior year, and excited about all that goes with it. So I am grateful to be here with you. And know too that New Thought Media, we are here because of people like you. All of this wonderful programming that is coming to you all day, every day, and is available on YouTube and Facebook, and you can go back and watch any of it. All of that positive news is there because of people like you. So if you're available, if you're able, any donation is greatly appreciated. So thank you for that. And we are also here on our prayer team, prayer@ntmedia.org. Again, it's prayer@ntmedia.org. And what can we know for you? We have ministers and practitioners that are here to know your truth as well. So again, just grateful to be here with you. The end of the month, if you're in the Boston area, you can reach out to me and I can give you some more information on it. But there's going to be a workshop in Boston honoring my sacred self. And that's going to be on the 29th, which is the last Sunday of the month. Honoring my sacred self, who and whose I am, and how to treat me. So it goes right along with our topic of this perfect pause. You know, how are you treating yourself? So I hope after this that you've got some plans to be good to you, to enjoy what's left of this summer. We are in August, and there is no time like the present to enjoy this summer. Be right here and now. Every moment of it, you get to choose. So practice within that freedom. Celebrate, enjoy every moment. And I wish you peace. And I honor that in and for you, and I am knowing it. So I thank you. Thank you for being here with me. I celebrate knowing that as we raise our own vibration, we also raise the all. Everyone within our circle, it ripples and out into the world. So thank you for being that change you wish to see. May you always be in and at peace, knowing who and whose you are. Namaste. Blessings and love.